This is the most mature audiences only shit you've ever heard. Period. From Boston. Broadcasting all over the world. Send the soy boys home. 'Cause we ain't gonna sugarcoat shit.
Drop down, I'm give it to you.
This is the Joe Cronin Show. Now, here's Joe Cronin. Joe Cronin.
Joe, if you're listening, you stupid fuck. He looks like one of those guys that from Long Island that wants to be a white rapper, but he's 30-something years old, lives in his parents' basement with the droopy cap and the whatever, but he thinks he's Howard Stern, and he's got a cool way of talking in the microphone, and he's a shock jock or whatever, and somehow or another he accumulates followers on Twitter. It's fucking pathetic. So please, nobody listen to anything involving a guy named Joe Cronin, because it's just so fucking sad.
God, feed the Omega.
Why don't you eat the cheese out of your mother's vagina before you kill her?
All right. Well, it's all calm down a bit, you know. It's all relaxed a little bit. Smackdown's over. Thanksgiving's over. I've had a 12-hour work day today. It's Friday night. I got to wake up at 6 a.m. You know, it's really hard to do shows when you're fucking half asleep. Does anybody realize that? It's really hard to fucking do shows. Like, Saturday night's gonna be nuts, because, like, it's like, even though I don't have to work Sunday, it's like I'm so fucking tired by the time I get home. It's like, Jesus Christ, this is hard to do. But, you know. So, oh man, go to sleep before War Games maybe, and then like wake up during the beginning of War Games. Maybe I'll be like recharged. But it's hard to go to sleep right when I get home because everybody's like, it's daddy's home. You gotta love the world, man. I'm not putting anybody on this show tonight because I'm not really happy. You know what I mean? There's certain people that want to be here, but they're afraid to be here because, you know, bullshit people. Jesse and Dave Rose recorded a phenomenal show that's going to be going up on Patreon. And that's going to be very... it's going to be very interesting for you guys to listen to at some point later. So tonight after this show is over, when we're done here tonight, here on the show, it's Friday night. Friday Night Live. Tomorrow night would be monetize this, but instead tomorrow night is the War Games review. So War Games review tomorrow night. And then after that, next week we will have monetize this back. Or I actually may even do a sort of and I may do a Sunday stream as well. I just don't know 100% know yet. But Ordered Chaos, you know, Jesse and Dave really nailed it. It's going to be up in audio form and downloadable form for you guys on Patreon in just a little bit when this show ends tonight. So look for that on Patreon tonight as I drink my lemon juice. What did you think of SmackDown tonight, everybody? Let me know in the chat right now. We're just about to start the show. I'm just rambling on as I wait for the alerts to go out and let everybody know that we're live. You know how delayed they can be. Who's ready for Christmas? It's going to be two guys blowing each other on Patreon. Yeah, that kind of is. Kind of is two guys blowing each other on Patreon. It'll be a good time. What up, Rando? What up, Reckless Jeff? AEW Rampage was on earlier today. I didn't see a lick of it. I didn't see a bit of it. No, there's no monetize this week because Survivor Series War Games is tomorrow night. I mean, we might get into that. It might turn into monetize this, but I'm just not gonna say it. You know what I mean? We're gonna do a Survivor Series predictions. I think possibly tonight, maybe in a few minutes, actually. Predict our Survivor Series BS. And then I think, I think what I'm doing Saturday night is, I think we're going to do Beat the Clock. I think Saturday night War Games, we're going to do War Games Survivor Series review for an hour. And then in an hour's point, we're going to turn it into Beat the Clock and see how late and how long tomorrow night's show can go. And it will be up to you guys how long and late the show goes. So I think that's what we're going to do. And then next week, we'll be back to fairly normal with everything. But it is too bad that again, it's hard. Working, 7 a.m. to friggin', what do I get home? About 7 p.m.? So about 7, I get up at 7, 6. It's just fucking hard to smash it all in, you know what I mean? You can smash it all in on her, but it's hard to smash it all in on the stream. Hit that like button if you guys can. We don't even get to 69 likes, then Daddy's not happy. You know what I mean? Daddy's privates are broken if we can't get to 100 likes soon. I mean, 69. My thing is either 69 likes or 100 likes. It's got to be one of the two. 69's funny because I'm like 15, but 100 likes is, right away is legit. But like sitting at like 49 likes is retarded. I mean, that's just, you might as well just kill yourself at that point. We're getting ready, man. SmackDown was tonight. Becky Lynch return. The big return from Big Boo Becky Lynch. That's right. Becky Lynch in the house. Cracker. Man, she looks weird now. Man, Becky Lynch looks so weird, bro. She looks like an anorexic cunt. I mean, like, let's be honest about it. How you guys doing? It's Friday night! Are you ready? Are you ready? You can only stall for so long, you know what I mean? A 5 out of 10 from Brian. Holy shit. Luke Rojas is in the Discord. Devious Dave Rose is in the Discord. Becky has huge bush. I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't know what she has, but I don't think it's that. You know what I mean? I don't think it's that. She's got something. Look at my teeth. I can't get my upper lip to go high. There it goes. See how my lip won't go any higher. My jaw is changing. My back teeth are like slipping outward. Look at that. Something's wrong with my jaw, man. Maybe that's what's been wrong with me all this time. Dude, my last two teeth are slipping that way. It looks so weird in my mouth. And I can't get my mouth to open that far. Look, it's like weird. And my bottom teeth are like slanted like this. Like they're not matching up square. They're sideways. Look at this. You can even see it. This is like tilted. It's fucking bizarre, dude. It's like my jaw is breaking down. It's so weird, dude. I noticed it. I noticed it in the mirror last night, and I went, "Holy shit!" Because remember, I had it felt like I had lockjaw. My throat was killing me, and everything was killing me. I don't think it was anything else. I think it was the guy. I think there's something wrong. I don't know what it is. It's like my jaw's breaking down, freaking out. What up? I hope I get unbanned on Twitter. I don't know what's going to happen with Elon Musk and the unbanning and whatever the fuck's going on. I mean, next week, apparently he's unbanning everybody. I mean, I'm going to be pretty pissed off if a bunch of pedophile fucks get unbanned and I'm not unbanned. Okay? Like, I'm going to be bullshit. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, if some of these people that are going to get unbanned and I don't get unbanned, like, I'm going to be pissed. Why am I banned? What, because I wanted to referee a fight with Sean Ross Sapp and Bill Bahati Buttfucker? Like, I mean, why the fuck am I banned? When Sean Ross Sapp isn't banned with his fucking goddamn crooked fucking Cyclops eyes, and he's still on there, and Denise Salad Tosser is on there. Fucking Denise Salcedo, bro. I would love to wait till she's fucking pregnant and then fucking punch her in the belly. I mean, like, seriously, bro. She sucks. Doesn't add a thing to any wrestling conversation. She just goes, hi, I'm... And then she reads the news like a fucking idiot. Like a fucking goddamn numbskull. She reads the news that anybody can read. Anybody can do it. And she does it. And that's it. She doesn't add anything. She doesn't give her cool opinion or anything like that. And that's it. She just reads like a fucking robot, and for some reason she's important. Why? She's not. She's not important. She just succubuses off everybody. She's a succubus. A fucking succubus. That's what she is. 100%. 100% succubus. It's ridiculous. She doesn't add anything. I'm trying to think, like, does she ever... She does the interview with people. She just reads shit. She has some questions, really, and that's about it. It's, like, lame shit. Most of the time, she's just there smiling, like, I'm talking to a celebrity. I'm talking to a celebrity. I'm important. Like, bro, I want to cut her toenails off, and then... I want to cut her toenails and then stab her in the eyeballs slowly, like at one after another, like with like her sharp toenail clippings. You know what I mean? Good Lord, is she a whore? But anyway, it is what it is. Maybe I'm just jealous. Maybe that's what it is. That I had to work for this. 70 million views, 70,000 subscribers. It took me 10 years to do that. And in a year, by just succubusing off of 8 different major people's channels, you know, she's got almost as many or more. Maybe that's what I'm upset about. You know what I mean? The shortcut. And the fact that I try to add stuff, you know, forever. And she don't add shit. She just says, God, she's terrible. I hate her. I don't hate a lot of people. I don't hate a lot of, there's not a lot of people I hate. But, God damn, is she one of them. You know what I mean? I don't hate many people, but I hate her. She probably blew a lot of guys. Yeah, you're probably right. You're probably right. Probably blew a lot of guys. Probably just, she's a pig. Let's be honest. I'm just going to say terrible things about her.
New subscriber.
She gets more donations than me now. We got a new subscriber. It's a mystery subscriber. I don't know what that means. But thank you. A brand new mystery subscriber. We don't know who they are, but they have subscribed. Thank you. And Prakesh subscribed the other day as well. Very nice.
Do a little basketball dance off the concrete. I mean, I'm just so sick of you little meth head devil worshippers. I'll be honest, I'd like to take a big bite out of your face.
Oh man, USA men played really good against the British team that call it football. It's called soccer. People out there, you guys came up with a name for us. The story still continues between the debate of football or soccer. Iran, here we come.
Iran, here we come. Yeah, we've got the weapons of mass destruction, Iran. Are you ready for this, Iran? We've got the freaking weapons of mass destruction, Iran. And we're coming. They gotta want payback. Oh, that was Iraq. But I mean, whatever. It's all got an eye in it, you know, to be honest. But they really do have them. They actually have the weapons. We didn't attack them, but they actually have them. But we attacked Iraq, and they didn't even have them. Doesn't make any sense, does it, George Bush? No, it doesn't. Listen, let me tell you something. When you're friends with Saudi Arabia, all right? When you're friends with the Saudis, Saudi Arabia, and their crazy child, one of their crazy sons, Osama bin Laden, blows up buildings in New York, you got to blame somebody, and you don't want to blame your friend's child, right? Really. So you go after Iraq and you say they have weapons of mass destruction. And then your vice president, he's involved in a company and is in a company who makes all the weapons that we use in the war. I mean, like, it's the greatest fucking thing ever. And the retards in this country all fucking cheered it. And now they love George Bush. Everybody loves George Bush Jr., Governor Bush. They love him. Everybody loves him. He's great. Trump's insane, but George Bush is a good guy. You know what I mean? Isn't this country hilarious? They literally lied to you. And people now love George Bush. Oh, aren't his paintings cute? Aren't his paintings cute? His paintings are really cute. Have you ever seen George Bush's paintings? Should be a painting of dead children in Iraq. That's what it should be. It should be a painting of the Twin Towers coming down and Dick Cheney getting richer. Now everybody loves Dick Cheney's family. Liz Cheney's a hero. Her father's a fucking war criminal. Dick Cheney... Donald Trump's insane. Why couldn't he be a little... I thought George Bush is a saint next to Donald Trump. Is he? I don't remember Donald Trump taking us to a fucking illegal war that killed fucking hundreds of thousands of people. I'm sorry. Man, look at him painting. What a fucking retard he is. Look at him. Want to see how I paint this? I haven't painted it colored. What a weirdo. I hope he paints a picture of Barbara Bush's pussy. That's what I hope. What a weird guy. You gotta love him, though. It's like weird. It's like he's like lovable. It's weird. Same thing with Trump to me. Like, Trump's like weirdly likable, even though he's crazy. It's like George Bush is weirdly likable. It's like, why do I even entertain the idea of having a beer with this guy? He literally got thousands of people killed and lied. Or he's stupid. And Dick Cheney and everything else. And you still look at him and you're like, yeah, he's so retarded. I love him. Like, it's so weird. You know what I mean? You fucking retard. I love him. Well, how many people actually watched all of SmackDown? That's what I want to know. Let me know. How many people watched all of SmackDown?
There's something going on up in space.
Whoa!
There's something going on up in this place. There's something weird kinda happening, strange kinda happening, things are kinda happening. What the fuck is happening?
It's aliens! The friggin' aliens!
They gave me a shot. Nanotechnology.
Look at that gun. Look at that gun. Oh, it's unloading on everybody. It's Allison Tuckwab.
You're not you. La, la, la. I'm fucking crazy. Split personality. Scott McKinnon.
Tony sucks. You don't know how to game USA 24-hour notice to air, so there's wrestling whose there is nothing on there, not WWE in the way unless it was raining problems, but that's no excuse because WWE is there now. They have problems with meetings.
Oh, yeah, that was weird. Dude, so SmackDown began. Allison is right about, I don't know what happened with SmackDown tonight. I totally forgot about this. I could not watch SmackDown for the first, 15 minutes. On YouTube TV, it, wasn't coming up, and I'm like, what's going on? Where's SmackDown? So that threw my whole night off on SmackDown. I had no idea what was going on. And then it ended on time. So what happened to the other 15 minutes of SmackDown? I'm confused. So did SmackDown was SmackDown actually only 45 minutes tonight? because I thought it was going to run over 15 minutes and then we'd see the rest of it. But that didn't happen. I didn't see the rest of SmackDown. So I am so confused. I don't know what happened, but I know Allison Tuckwab is the top donator now at this point. And so I'm going to give Allison a spot up here on the top. Allison, the football game really effed them over, says Luke Rojas. It was on TV. I missed the first 15 minutes. I missed the first 15 minutes of SmackDown. I couldn't see it. It was not on YouTube TV. So therefore, I could not watch it. Luke Rojas.
Oh, yeah, there was a football game going on during it, college football. So it ran past, I think, like the first 6 or 7 minutes of 8 o'clock. Yeah, so like 7 minutes into 8 is when they finally put SmackDown on. But it's so weird because they were already running late. And then they're like, okay, well, next up is Friday Night SmackDown, starting a little bit late tonight, sorry. And then they went into another 2.5 minute commercial. So like SmackDown started really late tonight. It started at like 8:10 or 8:11.
Yeah, I was like refreshing over. I was like, what the fuck? It got to the point where I was Googling over and over again what's wrong. And so anyway, while I was waiting, and I was actually kind of giving up it for a second, and I was like, all right, I don't care. I'll figure it out later. And while I was doing that, I in my recommended feed was a YouTube channel called Tesla. And I was like, Tesla? And I clicked on it, and it was Elon Musk doing an interview. And there was only 8 people watching live. And I was like, what the hell? Elon Musk is live right now, and there's only 8 people watching? And then I was like, oh, this is some scam. They probably bought a channel, and now they're broadcasting on it, you know, just to get people to subscribe to the channel, basically. And I was like, oh, this is a big, you know, joke. But then I realized why it popped up in my alerts. And the reason is because it was Chris Van Vliet Fish's channel. But it wasn't him. It was like it had been it was changed to Tesla, and all his videos were fucked up and different. And it was somebody hacked Chris Van Fishfillet's channel. Now,
I fucking saw that today, dude.
You saw that? See, like I was like, dude, what the hell is this? Tesla? Like, you know, this is.
I was like, I don't fucking subscribe to Tesla. What the fuck is this?
That's hilarious.
Yeah, it was
That
bizarre. I mean, you know, it was kind of funny because he's such a fucking cunt. But it got fixed quickly. I'll tell you that. Must be all that fucking Jew money he's got.
Was he a dick to you?
No, he wasn't a dick to me. I don't know.
You just don't like the fact that JD got interviewed by him, which would piss me off too.
Probably.
With that smug fucker that you got the commentating job for, just being like, yeah, I started here and I'm always been wanting to be on YouTube.
Because he lied in the interview with Chris Van Vliet about like how he started everything. Like, he's such a fake fuck. So like, yeah, that irritated me. And so 2 fake fucks talking to each other. But not really. I do like Chris. I think he's fine. I think he's really good and everything. I'm joking. But like Sean Ross suck job is a scumbag. Chris Van,
he's a total scumbag.
Yeah, Chris Van Fishfillet is a good person, probably. Like, he's pretty good too.
He just looks a lot like Roderick Strong. That's his only crime. Yeah, you know?
Exactly.
Dude, I wonder how many people they scammed, because they said scan this barcode, and if you scan that barcode, it was basically saying if you buy some Bitcoin, they'll give you 200 more percent back on what you do.
Oh god,
0.1. Who buys that shit though?
No, it was like 1,300. 39 for 0.1, and they were going to give you back like 16,000. I was like, that is a scam, bro.
Come buy the pump.
How do you even get scammed by shit like that anymore? Like, nowadays you should know better. Like, I don't know. That's why I don't feel bad for people who get scammed.
The Publishers Clearinghouse people, they don't stand a chance anymore. You know, everybody died of COVID who would have been suckered into that. You know, it's over.
And you know what? I wouldn't be surprised if the people who did fall for that, are in India, like, oh my God, they say I could get 35% more. I am obviously they're gonna, obviously fucking, Sunjay Patel is obviously gonna fucking fall for it.
Another strike tonight when the Patel family of Sadiq Boulevard was suckered into their family fortune being put into crypto coins. Many of these
my favorite is when they're in your comment section or something like that. Like, why you still stream WWE? Very good tonight, Charlotte lover.
How about when the bots have a conversations with each other? Like I look at one of my videos that I just put up and it's got 700 comments and I go, what? What the hell? What's going on? Is it blowing up? My video's blowing up? Oh no, the video's got 1,000 views. Well, what the hell? 700 comments. And then I click on one comment thread says like 495 and I'm like, what the fuck? And I click on it and then it's like, this is a great video, but you know what's really great about it? How I just saved $300 by switching land, and then someone's like, "Oh, really? You did that too? Well, so did I. Like, I'm gonna check that out. What did you say the website was?" And then they just keep calling, and there's a big fucking trail. What the fuck is that?
And then you get down to the 90th reply, and it's like, Jesus loves you. He loves our sons. He loves our daughters. He loves everyone. And those who will burn for their sins. And it's like just random, so completely random.
It's like they would have done good with just one comment. That's all you needed was just, or two. Like, hey, I checked out this website and it was crazy. Joe, you should check that out. And then have another comment say, oh my God, you use that too? And that's it. But now you got 600 of that, and you're like, "Oh, this is bullshit." Like, obviously.
my favorite, check it out. My favorite comment is when it goes like, "Can we just take a second to recognize the amount of effort that was put into this video?" And then you look at Joe's video, and he's sitting there with like a stained T-shirt, just like, "Yeah, Raw sucked tonight, man. I'm fucking done with it." Can you believe the amount of effort that was put into these videos? like acting like it's like they just watched Goodfellas or something. The craftsmanship.
What an amazing show tonight. I don't know why, but I was into Ricochet's music tonight. I don't know. Everybody's like, no, that's the music he switched to 9 months ago. And I'm like, really? I hated it. But now I think it's something like around the 1 minute and 20-second mark, it starts really getting intense, and I find it awesome. But what's wrong with his old music? It was CFO is what's wrong with it. But it was, I loved it when the lasers were coming down. When he put his hand up, dude. When he put his hand up, and it was like, I was like, bro, Superman is here. You know how they always talk about making Superman black or something like that. Ricochet, I'll tell you what, I see it. He seems really cool when he comes out and he puts his hand up and the lasers are going off into his hand and I'm like, oh my God, yes. Like if I was a little kid, I would be like, he's awesome. And then they took the music away, and now it's okay, but it's more of a slow build. His new music.
Well, they've always had this with Ricochet. They've always had a star. It's just the fact that his presentation for the first few years was kind of ass. Like, there's no better way to say it. Like, yeah, he got into a few decent programs, with like AJ Styles. They faced for the United States title. He was champion, and then they had, have him win the Intercontinental title earlier this year. But he's never had, I feel like, a match that's made him stand out on the main roster. Right. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, he stands out because he's so athletic and he can do all these crazy fucking things, but he hasn't had like a really great match that has captured my attention on the main roster. On NXT, he was having them every week.
The problem is his gimmick, his loosely gimmick is that he's kind of a Superman, a superhero, a super flyer, that sort of thing. But the problem is they sort of book him like the little guy that almost could, and it's like, no, stop booking him like the little guy who could, or the little, the Vince McMahon little guy, Mighty Mouse that could, because unless you're gonna like book him stronger than that in some way. All they need to do is let him do what he did in NXT, which is be a featured, amazing, high-flying attraction who wins
in the mid card.
Yeah, who is in the mid card. But instead they treated him kind of like the lower mid card or bottom card. And it's just that doesn't work. You got to book him pretty good, right? You got to allow this guy to win 7 out of 10 times or something like that. But
Ricochet is he's like what I always picture him with the Intercontinental Championship from like 2004 or something, like the one that was introduced in the Attitude Era. Like I can always see him holding that title, and that's kind of like the farthest extent that I can see him going to in his career here.
Right.
But like that's not a bad position because honestly, it used to be like a good thing to be Intercontinental Champion. Now people see it as like, oh yeah, that's all you'll ever get to. But if they could build Ricochet to be just a solid player, and that's all he needs to be. He doesn't need to be world champion. I'm not asking for him to main event WrestleMania. Like, I just want him to be a legitimate contender instead of just like guy, like you said, he almost did it, but he didn't. He lost. Because he always loses.
I mean, isn't that what they did with Kofi for a long time?
Well, Kofi won championships. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what Ricochet could use is some sort of, and see, that's why it would help if there were more championships or not more championships, but more of a structured lineup. Like, I don't know, like if I wish there was, and I guess because Roman has both of the world titles in a way that not now, but at some point it'd be good if there was a WWE World Title, an Intercontinental belt, a USA belt, and I'd even take a light heavyweight title at that point. If there was just those.
I would love that.
Bring the cruiserweight title back.
Well, the problem with the cruiserweight for me was that like it's got to be 205, and it was weird. And you got to get all the cruiserweights out there. And maybe I don't even want a cruiserweight title. Maybe I'd just be happy with United States and IC belt. In fact, that'd be fine. But just get Ricochet in the mix somewhere. Where, have a ladder match. You know what I mean? And you know what? Even if you don't, have him be that enhancement guy. But, yeah, I just feel like he could be the Intercontinental Champion at some point. Or could be the United States Champion at some point. And I would structure it like that. Like U.S. title, IC belt, world title. There you go.
Maybe a tag run.
Yeah, but first he should have a good singles run because the guy can have these good matches and stuff. I like him. I do. I don't know if he could. I don't think he could ever be world champion, but you never know. But
maybe
he could.
I mean,
like a Rey Mysterio run,
Maybe,
near the end of his career.
It could happen.
I could see that totally happening.
Yeah, because if he's having awesome matches as Ricochet and he's maybe gets in a couple of good storylines and he's got the good music going, maybe that could happen. But he at least needs to be cemented as a reasonable mid-card guy who could be a mid-card champion, and he's not even that, which he should be, I think.
Well, as great as Ricochet. No, you go on.
Money in the Bank. I could see him with the briefcase.
Yeah, me too. He is like what I always want to see in Money in the Bank. There's been times where they don't even put him in the Money in the Bank ladder match and they have him in a different match on the card. I'm like, what are you thinking? Like he needs to. The whole point of Ricochet is that he does these insane shit and all these crazy spots, and then they like don't put him in these gimmick matches where he can do these crazy spots. I don't know. I always notice like it's so weird when they don't put high flyers in ladder matches. It's like, well, then what's the point of them even being here?
Or in the chamber.
Yeah, or in the chamber, like him scaling up the wall. That'd be so fucking cool. Like him doing like a 450 splash while he's hanging off the ceiling or something. Like you could totally see him.
Oh, okay. I thought you said while he's hanging. I'm like, oh. Not again. Don't say that.
Oh, you know what? But as good as Ricochet was, his match with Braun had no heat at all. Like it was so like the crowd was not into it. Imperium got involved, Gunther got involved, and they were just not at all interested. And I don't blame them because this whole tournament is a waste of time because obviously they're building more of a story between Braun and Walter than they are between any of the people who were in the finals of the tournament. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Is it me or did Braun Strowman look smaller?
He's lost some weight.
I mean, he's thinner because he got really kind of toned and ripped when he was outside of WWE, you know? And remember he was all freaked out about his weight? Remember we played the video when he was angry at the guy who wanted to get him on the scale it was like 8 months ago or a year ago or something?
Oh, yeah.
Remember that? He was like, hey, you get on the scale, and he was like, don't fuck with me. And he was like, you can't use my video or I'll sue you. Remember I forget, the guy was somebody called my show and told me about it because they were there or something. I forget what it was. But yeah, it was very bizarre. Oh, I think it was, no, it was one of the EC3 guys. They said, I don't know, something like that. But either way, yeah, he was like, oh, I don't give you permission to film me. And the guy's like, it's a con, it's an event. I paid to, you know what I mean? It's like, you're in public. I can film this whole place. And he's like, my lawyer will sue you if you film me. It was fucking bizarre, dude. I remember that.
Wrestlers are such prima donnas. Like, oh my god, it's just like ridiculous. All of them. You're not allowed to film me here. I'm gonna need to confiscate your camera.
Funny? You know what's funny though? You know what's funny about Braun Strowman though is he's like a full-on Republican, and he's got all the guns, and he's definitely a Republican, right? And he's got all the guns, and he's the type of guy that like doesn't like the woke stuff and everything and all that type of stuff, I think. And then all he ever does is white knight for Alexa Bliss. Like, if anybody does anything, he's like, that's fucking, you should be dead. Like, and then if anybody, oh my God, you told me to weigh myself. Like, I'm going to fucking cry now. He's like a weird, like, it's like, dude, you are, like, how are you like this? But
I think that whole Alexa Bliss thing is when they tagged together for Mixed Match Challenge, whatever it was called. I think they legitimately fucked.
I think he did, or he saw her naked or something. Like, I don't think they banged. I think I think he's got a huge crush on her, and he saw her like in the shower once or something like that. And he can't. He would, if he got a chance to kill her husband. I bet you he would. I'm just saying. I think he's got something up there. Something is up.
He was so happy when he found out that her and Buddy Murphy broke up. He was like, now she's going to get these hands. And then some fucking random white guy just strolls in and it's like, nope, I'm fucking marrying Alexa now.
Yeah. I'll kill you.
It's always these random guys who are outside of the business.
One of those fuckers with the spiky hair that looks like a chick.
Yeah.
So she married.
Man, I ate so much turkey. I finally, after 2 weeks of not really eating, thank God I had that ultrasound the day before, you know what I mean? So I was like, you know what? Fuck it, I'm eating everything. And I did, and I felt okay. So it was great. Someone asked me.
You were just malnourished?
I was malnourished, dude. I was all fucked up. And then, Leah's like, oh, fatty liver's not a big deal at all. And, like, even Leah's brother, who's a doctor, is like, oh, he's like, yeah, it's not that big of a deal. I'm like, I think it is. Like, I don't know what you're talking about. Like, that's what leads to cirrhosis, isn't it? And, like, dude, everybody's telling me that, though. And I'm even seeing things online. They're like, oh, don't really worry about it. It's like, what are you talking about? Like, I'm fucking... So...
Well, I mean, you just can't you don't get out of line with it. See, my dad, he died of like late stage cirrhosis of the liver,
right?
But thing is, though, a few years ago he was like doing heroin and crack and all these horrible drugs, and he already had Wilson's disease, so he had so many things going on with him. So fatty liver
is that like when you can't look over fences and show your whole face? Only some people.
Wait, what?
I'm gonna have to explain this, all right?
Man, the one reference that Joe throws out that I don't get.
I know, I love it. I thought you might get it, but okay. So, I mean, this is pretty funny if you get it. So in Home Improvement, Wilson was the neighbor, and he never fucking showed his face on the show. He always hid behind the fence.
Oh yeah. Oh, dude, it's been so long since I've seen Home Improvement. They only rerun that shit on fucking Nick at Night.
Well, because Tim Allen's a Republican, but yeah, it's probably because like you watching Home Improvement is probably like how I watched Three's Company. You know what I mean? Like, it was on, 15 years or 10 years before I was really born, but I got all the reruns of Three's Company. So I love Three's Company to this day. But, yeah, you got Home Improvement, which, yeah, that makes sense.
Well, we had a bunch of shows like, Friends, That 70s Show.
Well, you get everything because they're rerunning everything on all the cable networks everywhere. So you really could have seen any and every show almost there ever was. I mean,
yeah, I watched a few episodes.
I really want to see are like sitcoms that are not like in syndication anymore. I'm tired of kind of seeing like 70 Show and everything. Like last night I watched a show.
How can you get tired of 70 Show though?
Well, hold on, because last night I watched a show called A Minute with Stan Hooper, and that was like Norm Macdonald's last sitcom on Fox, and I was like, I never even fucking heard of this show.
Nobody did. That's why I got canceled after a season.
Yeah.
You ever watch Norm's sitcom that he had?
Yeah, that was right before this sitcom too, as well.
Yeah.
Oh, got canceled too after 2 seasons.
It's funny because that sitcom, honestly, it's so weird because I know he wrote it, but it doesn't feel like it's written by him. Like, it's not bad or anything. It just doesn't. It feels so prototypical sitcom-y that it just doesn't feel like it came from Norm. I'm wondering if maybe he was like he had ideas for it, and the studio was just like, no, that's not gonna work. Your ideas are too weird. Let's just try to make it a pretty plain and simple sitcom. Because I don't know, it just didn't scream out. The writing didn't scream out Norm Macdonald to me.
I think it did.
Yeah, well, I mean, you're fucking fake Mexican, so obviously you do.
You're a real one.
No, I'm not one of those fucking people from the. I was gonna say something really fucked up. I'm a Costa Rican. It's a different.
Oh. Well, that gimmick's getting really old. Hold on. Did you like the Bray Wyatt thing?
No.
Yeah, you know what? I love the Bray Wyatt stuff. Well, it's only because LA Knight. I don't think I would like it without LA Knight.
Dude, seriously, LA Knight's fucking taking over with that promo shit. I'd rather just see him in a promo battle than a fucking real battle.
Yeah.
He's good in the ring, but yeah, you're right. He is so good on the mic. And I watched that segment that you told me to watch last week. So good. LA Knight is just, and even in the back when he says something like, "Oh, what? Do people stick around when their job is done? No, you leave. All right." And that's what I'm doing right now. Like, it doesn't feel scripted. Like, it feels like he's just thinking of it, like right on the top of his head, and he says it, and he doesn't mess up or stutter. He's perfect. I don't know. And yeah, without LA Knight, I would not be as interested in whatever Bray Wyatt's going on about, because I feel like it's just too much of, I've changed, but I haven't changed. Now it's like I kind of just want some answers. Like this is getting annoying where he comes out to the by the way, an amazing theme song, but it's like every time he comes out, you're expecting something grandiose to happen, and then it's the same shit. Like, I've changed so much, and I can't even. And then Uncle Fist is coming for you, motherfucker. Like, what is like? Do we got to do this every week?
Now they have that Uncle fucking whatever merchandise up, so maybe there's answers in that.
Yeah, another character, more merchandise, more sales.
Remember they said they're gonna have the Bray Wyatt 6, and everybody was all holding that up, and I hope still happening. I told everybody that was not gonna happen.
No,
I don't see that happening. I just don't. Who are they gonna put in it? Are they gonna put Alexa with them again? I mean, I'm not interested in seeing
6 other people with him. Yeah, I just need to see him with those.
He just needs to get into some good storylines. Like, I don't know why. And right now he is in a decent one with MJF. Wow, with LA Knight, but I don't know. I just feel like it could get really tedious and repetitive if they continue with this, because we've seen what they can do with their crazy characters, and they put them in these storylines that last for 300 years. With the whole Dexter Loomis thing, it's just going on and on and on and on. So hopefully that doesn't happen here.
Dexter.
I thought it was funny to see LA Knight all jacked up again too. It was just kind of like, man, this fucking. I said in the chat, this guy's gonna be dead by Christmas. Like he's just every second, LA Knight's getting the shit beat out of him. And here's like again, like without, like if this was not, if this was just Bray Wyatt, it would start to get very old quickly for me. It even is kind of dragging on because people are like, geez, he's never gonna fucking do anything. But at least LA Knight thing is going on. But I'm worried that they're going to get into the same loop that they got into with The Miz and Dexter. Like every week, the same thing happens. Okay, every week now LA Knight's beaten up until he's a crippled, It's like, dude, I like what you're doing, but you better not do it again next week. You better take this to a different place next week because I can't watch again and watch Bray Wyatt cut another vague promo and then see LA Knight under a steamroller or something. And
it's kind of hard because one of them is gonna get hurt by this eventually.
In what do you mean, in real life?
No, like their persona or whatever.
Yeah, someone's gonna. Well, I think LA Knight's gonna be the one that loses, but he is so good on the mic that whatever. Like, I actually like the chemistry between these two guys is actually. God damn, I think it's really good. I think I think
what he meant is that his heat could die down.
Oh,
both of their guys, because if this, like you said, if this turns into another Miz and Dexter situation, it's like, people are just going to stop caring.
It could hurt their characters.
It's going to go on too long, and that's what I'm worried about. As long as it doesn't go on too long, we'll be good. I'm gonna leave this briefcase right here for Allison Tuckwa.
Right here. I'm gonna leave this briefcase right here.
Guys, don't forget tomorrow night, it's Survivor Series War Games, Beat the Clock. Be here tomorrow night for Beat the Clock Survivor Series. And you gotta bring it, man. We gotta make Saturday nights insane.
Run, you fat bitch. Run, you fat bitch.
You kinda big, you kinda huge.
Run, you fucking fat bitch. Don't you think I'm a fucking terrorist? Run, you fat bitch.
You kinda big.
Run, you fat bitch.
You kinda huge.
Never run so hard in all your damn life.
Yeah.
Run, you fat bitch.
It was all I was talking about on TNT or TBS, then I was like, whatever.
Yeah, oh yeah, well there's a lot of weird stuff tonight, Allison. First of all, AEW was on earlier today. That's weird, right? $19.99, thank you, Allison. So that's weird right there. And then WWE Smackdown starts like 10-15 minutes late. Like, what the hell is going on today?
Joe, where's the guy who sounds like Uncle Howdy you sometimes have on the show with the slow country voiceless blow, and what happened to the redneck Texas Ranger guy? Happy THNX giving BTW.
George Jerome Zombie. Thank you very much for the 666. The text guy, he died, bro. He said, Joe, this show just ain't for me, Joe. I gotta go see a cheese guy. Joe, your just show ain't good for me. I'm gonna go with all the other people that left because of Cheese Man. I gotta go. That's what he said. That's basically what happened. I don't know where he is. He's dead. He's probably dead.
Run, you fat bitch. Run, you fat bitch.
Tiffany scared him away. Somebody scared him away.
Fat bitch.
Probably threatened to kill him and dox him.
Fucking fat bitch. Don't you think I'm a fucking terrorist?
Allison Tuckwa.
Run, you fat bitch.
Your tracks today.
Never run so hard in all your damn life.
Allison
Run, you fat bitch.
Tuckwa.
Did you see Alexa on one of the shows on Monday Night Raw? When she seen the light flickering, she started acting weird.
Oh my God, I did not see that. Oh no, she's gonna go.
Oh.
No, is that really happening? I didn't see that.
It's gonna be terrible.
That reminds me, Joe.
She just got out of this.
I know, right? You know, I was gonna say I was watching it on a stream, and it started on time, but the stream was from like the UK and shit. So
Yeah.
did y'all like go 15 minutes extra like after?
Yeah, we did.
What the fuck?
Back when
Oh,
I stopped
man.
around.
Time.
Wow.
I didn't even get to finish SmackDown. I stopped near the last end of the match to walk home. So what happened exactly?
They kept
Like-
brawling.
Oh, so nobody won the advantage match?
Oh yeah, the advantage match. Yeah,
Someone won. I didn't.
The fucking brawlers.
Well, of course, someone won. Well,
Of
I guess
course they won.
Well, I
Kevin
guess
Owens
it
is
goes-
That just that really just confirmed that the fucking Bloodline are winning tomorrow. And I'm getting so bored of them winning every match. Like, it's like, yeah, maybe Sammy will lose here or there and the Usos will lose a pointless tag match, but I really think it'd be such a waste of time for them to even put the Bloodline in a War Games match if they're gonna win again. You know what I mean? Because then, like, what was the point of even of the past 3 weeks? You know what I mean? Just to give us another Bloodline victory? Do they need one?
They should have done Bloodline versus Judgment Day.
Well, I think they wanted
That would have
to.
been much more
Didn't
interesting.
didn't we think that they were really going to do the Paul brothers and everybody because they were kind of setting that up, and then that didn't. I mean, we don't know if they were even going to do that, but I thought they really were going to do that. Because, you know, Jake Paul came out, Logan Paul's there.
Would have probably been the fifth man.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, but
you know.
who are they going to get as the other guys? Are they going to just get like Drew and, you know, a few other WWE guys and be like, hey, we got the Paul brothers backs?
You know what they probably do is they probably get like Bad Bunny, probably try to get Mr. Beast or ASI or some.
Oh my
other
God!
Oh yeah.
Imagine Mr.
So
Beast.
we were gonna get.
Imagine Mr. Beast shatters his ankle in the match. Just think about him.
Hey, I'm gonna give this dude $10,000 to break my neck.
You know what would be good for Mr. Beast is if he just did like a run-in. He wasn't in the match, but he just showed up like with like money and he just was handing it out to people. Then as he's handing out the money, and then the commentary's going crazy like, what the hell's this guy doing? Oh. That's Mr. Beast. That's Mr. Beast. What the hell's he doing? Well, it's obvious what he's doing. He's handing out money, and then he
paying those guys to jump that dude for him.
No, he turns after he's handing out money, and he hands Jake Paul a crowbar. You know, and then fucking Jake Paul, and then he's like, well, no, wait a minute, he just handed something to Jake Paul, some kind of weapon. No, he didn't. He's just handing out money. That's all. And then he waffles somebody in the head with a crowbar. Oh my God, bro! Mr. Beast shows up with a crowbar.
And then he can lie about how he doesn't make that much money.
Well, yeah. I don't
even make that much money, man. You know, like he actually said this.
Chris Chrisley.
He probably doesn't anymore.
No, I mean, Mr. Beast probably puts most of his money back into his videos.
What? No.
Yeah,
no,
I doubt that. You're giving away $10,000. That's not most of your money away. Like some of the crazy stunts that he does, or not stunts, but you know what I mean. Like this crazy stuff that he does probably does cost him a decent amount of money. But for him to be like, I'm actually not as rich as everybody thinks. It's like you wouldn't be making these videos if you weren't rich.
Some investor or somebody funds these things for him.
The dude must be, anytime he gives money away, he must be using that as a tax write-off.
Exactly. Well, not even that. He's also getting. You think he's not making any fucking money from this? Like, I'm sorry, there's nobody that nice in the world. He is definitely making millions a year, and for him to be like, I'm actually not that rich, it's just like, come out and say it. Nobody likes when you lie.
He has
that's
backers.
what I didn't.
People are supporting.
Yeah,
exactly. That's exactly what it is. He's at this point. He's basically sponsored by all kinds of corporate whatever the fuck. One of them is Daryl Eves. Daryl Eves does a YouTube training thing, and the guy has thousands and thousands of clients where he trains people on YouTube. And Mr. Beast is always his number one. Like we got Mr. Beast's channel launched. So basically, Mr. Beast uses him, and then says like, "Oh yes, this is the guy that made my channel explode. You know, I used his wisdom." So You know what I mean? He gets paid from that guy and just countless others. You guys are right. I mean, that's what it is.
Well, not even he's not just getting paid by other people though. Like he's making money now because MrBeast as a name is a brand. He's making money off of that brand that he made.
He's making money off of MrBeast Burger, the chocolate bars.
Yeah.
By the way, Dave spoke. Dave just spoke. Amazing. Dave and Jesse, thank you for doing the podcast. It's up on Patreon right now. You guys can listen to it whenever you want. You can listen to it now. You can wait till later. I did make it. It is going to be available, I believe, in the $2 or $5 tier, I believe. But it is available right now for everybody to listen to. If you want to listen to it, it's an hour long. Good conversation there. It's a podcast. It's up on Patreon right now. Thank you to those guys for doing that. And check that out after the show if you guys can on patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show. And thanks to also some of the people who became patrons today. We got real quick. I know that I don't have a long time to be on here tonight. In fact, I'm past the time already. Brandon became a patron of $12 a month. Thank you, Brandon R., Timothy, Travis Keene, and Blair Eliason, and Buzz, all the new patrons, but especially Brandon was a new one today. Thank you, Brandon, $12. That's hard. Gets me hard, baby. But yeah, let's throw a few things out there, some more, because I am going to be getting off the air soon. Friday nights is only about an hour and a half.
No Rampage review then? I got my notes.
We better, we better blast through them. Tell me what happened on Rampage.
All right, I'll go quick. It was in Chicago. It was pre-recorded. Some people thought that Dante was injured, but it's been confirmed that he's not.
In the first match or before?
No, actually after the match with FTR, which was the first match of the night. But announced team JR, Excalibur, Shivani. It was okay.
How was JR tonight? Because that coming off of he basically walked out of full gear, it seemed like.
I still don't know the details on that one.
But did he seem normal tonight?
He didn't really speak too much, but he was there and he was active. As best as he can be in his current state. But I still don't know about the details as to what happened when he walked out. But this was for the ROH Tag Team Championship match. It's Top Flight versus FTR, who are the current champions. Very fast paced from the get go. Great moves from both members of FTR. FTR was really selling well, making Top Flight look really good. You had some great moves like DDT from Devontae. Dante, not Devontae.
Yeah, you're thinking Allison Tugwell's favorite guy.
On Wheeler, you had huge Spanish Fly from the brother. I can't remember his name, unfortunately. But in the end, FTR
they all look the same.
No, they don't look the same. But speaking of which, though, actually, there was a tweet. This has to be mentioned. I think it was Bowens that tweeted out. It was a picture of him, Caster, and FTR, all in one photo, and he tagged it the House of Half Black. And oh my God, the comments, but people were just dying at that. Like even AEW wrestlers were like, "What?" Like it was a fucking hilarious fucking tweet. But and it was what's his name? I think it was Castro that confirmed that it was like, despite the fact that it was photographed that Dante had people asking if he was okay after the match, that he was okay. So a lot of people were concerned yesterday whether or not he actually suffered some sort of injury. And we know, I don't say he's prone to that, but he has suffered in the past. But regardless, FTR won. And at that point, Colton and Austin Gunn come out and try to taunt them because apparently they're trying to set something up there. We got a promo for Powerhouse Hobbs. Looks good, actually. Well done. And I'm glad to see this guy, getting more push. Then we've got Jericho versus, it's just sort of like a challenge for the ROH title, the championship.
Yeah.
So all of JS comes out. There was an actual hat sign. Did you see it? Oh, actually, you didn't watch it.
No, I didn't see any of it, yeah. Anybody else see it?
I've got the screenshot if you want. This was obviously pre-recorded, and when I saw that fucking picture, I started showing everyone because it's hilarious because it's Jake Hager's hat, and all it is a sign with the word hat on it, and below is a purple hat. So I thought that was fucking hilarious. So Claudio comes out, confronts Jericho, demands a title shot. Jericho denies it. Audio's very restless, very disrespectful Chicago. But then again, you don't even know how to make pizzas, and you choose very bad champions for yourself, like CM Punk. So go fuck yourselves. So the whole thing.
At least they have gun laws, though.
What's that?
At least they have gun laws.
Yeah, and look how well that's gone out. Hey, but they still have that place that makes those donuts that's open Monday to Tuesday, and the rest of the week it's closed.
Right.
But yeah, so Daddy Magic proposes that if Claudio loses, he has to join the JS, and this is going to go down for ROH Final Battle. So that's proposed. I can't remember the exact date of this, but this is an exclusive ROH pay-per-view. Then a promo between Tony Storm and René Paquette. Tony Storm sporting 2 black eyes. She's been recognized retroactively as the champ, which I think it not only is important, it speaks a lot about whatever's going on with Thunder Rosa. This is basically saying, no, her reign, holding that title even while injured, doesn't count. That's big, and I don't know whether or not it's to the backstage heat or whatnot, but it certainly to me means something big. But regardless, Tony Storm says that she broke her face going against Hayter, who needed Baker with her, but she'll break her face again to go against her one-on-one. Then we got Darby Allin, almost done, with Sting, who comes out, versus Anthony Henry. Not very well aware of this guy. He comes out with his tag team partner JD. Funny. And I can't remember his last name. Like it's just a bad name. He looks like a very aged Grimm.
Jesus.
So yeah, he's got a big beer belly, and I mean he's sort of like Owens, but with no appeal. And this, I gotta be honest, Anthony Henry, a very mediocre wrestler at most from what I saw. Now he's there for a reason. I don't know why. But
somebody's friend or something? I mean, is this somebody's friend that they wanted to get him on TV for the first time ever or something like that?
I'm still thinking Tony Khan's a little too nice and generous. But regardless, is that the winner eventually was Darby Allin. It just was very lackluster, and maybe that's the reason why AEW chose to put so many commercials over this match. So this was in picture-in-picture. But
wait, this was the main event?
No, this wasn't the main event yet.
Oh, okay.
But it was like hyped as a big event, and it just certainly didn't match up. So after that, you had Athena come out. She was talking about how she apparently insulted Aubrey Edwards, and she was only going to be reinstated if she apologized. She apologized, and then she called out Mercedes Martinez for the ROH women's title. So that's probably what's going to be seen at the next ROH pay-per-view called Final Battle. Not really interested, but that's the direction that's going. Then we got Hikaru Shida, I love you, and Queen Aminata. Not too sure who she is. I'm not sure if she's on the roster, but they put a very quick match. Penelope Ford and the Bunny came out to, I guess, begin a new feud. And the winner was Shida. Well, they were both on either side of the rope and taunting each other, blah, blah, blah. Again, we need to see more Tony when it comes to the women, if you want to entice us to watch these women.
Now, you're saying Anthony Henry's out of shape?
No, not out of shape. Is that I didn't see any moves from him that made me impressed. Like, as in, why is he going against Darby Allin? Darby Allin has had some great matches against multiple people. And he's certainly gone high flying and done some great moves, but why go against this guy who?
They just needed someone to put up, have Darby beat.
You don't know. They're trying to push these two guys, and yeah, granted, Darby Allin, former TNT title holder, it's not building, I guess, what maybe they want to build. I like promos. I like vignettes. I like to know why I want to like these guys. So, yeah. And then the final match, Butcher, Blade, and Roosh versus Dark Order, which was John Silver, Alex Reynolds, and 10 was supposed to come out. They did a preview of actually this Wednesday as to what matches are coming up. We're going to hear from MJF finally, which should have happened actually on this past Wednesday. And there's a lot of actually good-looking matches for this Wednesday, so I'm looking forward to that. And then they go right back to, doing the wrestling match. It wasn't anything big, and certainly Dark Order was being dominated. Then Evil Uno is supposedly... Well, Evil Uno and -1 come out, and they coax 10 to come out and fight. So he rushes into the ring, faces off against Roosh, and then just turns against, I think it was John Silver, and just clotheslines him. And then, obviously shows himself off to be that he's now going against them. He betrays the Dark Order. This gives them enough time to allow for Roosh to, I think it was Roosh to get the pin. So obviously that team wins. What happens then is Roosh rips off the mask of Evil Uno, who ran into the ring.
Jesus.
He puts him through a table, and then at the end, 10 pulls off his mask and reveals himself and gives -1 the mask, and the kid's trying to be distraught, acting distraught, and so forth. But yeah, it ends off with them just basically posing behind the kid and taunting him, and that's how Rampage ends tonight. And you know what? It wasn't a bad show. I'll give it a 6 out of 10. But I'll be honest. The first match is a 7 out of 10.
And that's the best match, is the opening match, you think?
The best match was the opening match for the ROH Tag Team Championship between Top Flight and FTR. I'll give that a 7. And I did get quite excited with the Jericho promo, with Claudio. So yeah, and the Darby Allin match wasn't that bad, but it just it could have been a lot better. And Hikaru Shida, who I like to watch, that match was just a squash match. It was over in fucking like 3 minutes. It was just to push off this I guess feud that they want to start with Penelope and the bunnies. So that's my summary. So I'll have to give it a 6.
6 out of 10 from Dave Rose. What did you think if you guys watched Rampage? I bet not a lot of people did. And I'm betting Rampage is probably going to get like 400,000 viewers. Like, it's going to be a very low score.
Why well, the time also is something else.
That's the reason.
I'm not sure why they did that. Is there a football game on? Is there something that's happening today? It's just people just got the itis when it comes to...
Is it soccer, or is it the World Cup? Like, why don't...
It's too late, I guess. By 4 p.m., I guess all the World Cup matches were dead.
I do want to backtrack on something. I just watched a little bit of Theory, Austin Theory versus Henry from Evolve, I think. Maybe, or is it something else? I'm not sure. But either way, they had a match together, and it's a pretty good match. Like, so he looks pretty good there against Theory. But he is a little choreographed and stuff, and like, it's just a lot of choreographed stuff, like the flip and you flip and I roll into you and I roll into you and roll into me, and we're gonna try to be Benoit and Malenko kind of stuff.
I didn't even see that technical ability tonight with him.
Yeah, he's got a little bit of it. It's good. It's pretty good, like what I'm seeing. But it's like, based off what you said, he probably was also sort of set up to be a guy who doesn't do much. That way, Darby can get his stuff over. I don't know. But
I would have expected to see more to challenge Darby. This guy's a champion. You got to have somebody who's worthy to go up against a champion. So he's got to show it off.
Yeah. He's all right, but it's not necessarily anything that's ever going to make him a star or make him stand out that much, because he looks like
Rampage. I think people need to understand this is Rampage. Is obviously the same production level and such isn't put into that, and even with Dark and stuff, it's. First of all, it's something to watch. And there was a time, this is what a lot of people seem to forget, there was a time where SmackDown was viewed down as the lesser of the products. Now, personally, I always preferred SmackDown over Raw. I don't give a fuck how bad people thought it got. I always preferred SmackDown over Raw. And, well, sometimes you get to the point where SmackDown actually surpassed Raw in how much better it was. So, you know what? let's just let Rampage be Rampage. You know, it is something to watch, and if you don't like it, don't watch. But they do try to progress the storyline, I think, and you know, you get to see stars that you might not see on Dynamite normally, but they're still fucking good at what they do. I mean, again, that first match, I mean, FTR chose to do that on Rampage, and that was a good match. They really, I'm very happy for that match because they really helped to sell Top Flight. There was at least 4 or 5 close counts where they, you know, it looked like they were about to win the titles from FTR, and they really sold it well. I think they made them look really strong. And we heard, actually, there was a promo where Dash is wanting to, he's going to actually be, this is one of the matches next Wednesday. He's going to be facing against Daniel Bryan. He says, I've accomplished all these things. 2022 has been such a great year. I want to finish it on a high note. I want to go against the best in the world. Daniel Bryan, are you down? So this Wednesday, we're going to see both of them go on singles.
All right. Well, listen, I got to wrap it up. I got to get out of here. Dave Rose, thank you for coming on and letting us know about AEW. I am going to do the Survivor Series predictions. Maybe not do them, or I'll do them from my car tomorrow from lunch break. So look for that. And then I'll be live. We'll be live tomorrow for Survivor Series War Games Saturday night, and then we'll turn into Beat the Clock Saturday night. And then next week, things will return to monetize this.
The end of the pay-per-view? 10?
I think probably 10 or 11.
So right after you go live.
No, because it starts... No, it's 11 because it starts at 8, all of 8, all of 9, all of 10, 3 hours. It's 11. So, yeah.
Yeah.
But we'll do a review. We'll do about an hour in a review. Then I'll turn it into Beat the Clock. And we'll try to have a little bit of fun tomorrow night, Saturday night. And then the next week, Monetize This returns on Saturday night. So there you go. But if I got any hope in hell of being awake at about 5:30, 6 a.m., I have to go now.
I love you.
I love you. Dave Rose, thank you, Dave. Good show, you and Jesse. I haven't heard all of it yet. Only heard the first 15 minutes so far. It's up on Patreon. I like the name. Did you guys, you must, I don't even want to know, actually, because I'm going to just listen to it and find out. But, guys, go check it out. It's on Patreon right now. It's an hour long or so. Dave and Jesse, I mean, who knows what they're going to talk about. They might start talking about...
Yeah, we went all over the place, and it was great.
I love it. Can't wait. I'm going to go to bed to it. I'm legit going to go to bed to it. So, thank you for doing that. And everybody else, thanks for being here. Luke Rojas for being here at the beginning.
Yeah, no problem.
Everybody else for just coming in and realizing like that I'm just going now. Thank you. Garguts was here. Jesse,
we love you, Joe.
I sent Jesse my favorite mushrooms. He's gonna take them tonight, and then he's gonna beat people up. I mean, Jesse straight up right now looks like he's about to rob every neighbor in the area. Like, are you like
dressed up like Eminem from 8 Mile with his fucking little jerk off glove?
Oh no! It fell down. We lost him. I want to hang from that fan behind Jesse. I want to be swinging around and fucking hanging to death from that fan. Like, just dead.
Yeah, you watch too many movies. Those things aren't strong enough.
That's true. I'd be dead. It would just rip off. I wouldn't even do anything. I'd just look like an idiot.
The only person who... You would have to be as light as Jesse to hang yourself. Why do you think he has those weird things hanging from the wall? What is that? What are those? That has to be some sort of like noose-like structure.
Oh yeah, look, dude, he's hanging himself. He's got rings in his back, and he's hanging in the middle. Oh my God, Jesse, what the hell?
Somehow he broke his hand, probably from fucking smashing it into a wall.
Called a sex swing.
Yeah, he hangs mommy.
Yeah, Jesse just looked at the camera.
Yeah.
He's not. Yeah, I know.
He lets and then he sticks his head up and lets the fan just pulverize his face.
Well, what better place than the kitchen, where easy clean up, plus you've got the use of foods for enjoyment.
That is fucking crazy.
He forces his mom to hang upside down from there and fucking.
He hangs her by the pussy from the top of the fucking. Oh.
Yeah, she gets her pussy pleasured by the fucking ceiling fan.
All right.
Smacks her in the lips.
I'll smack her lips up. I love you guys, Rojas. You're the man. Ha, Rojas is funny, everybody. Take that. All right. I'll see you guys tomorrow night, Saturday night, tomorrow night for the Survivor Series War Games. And, of course, Beat the Clock. Will we even be able to beat the clock? Are there any donators left to beat the clock? I don't know. We'll find out tomorrow night on Beat the Clock and Survivor Series War Games Saturday night. And then on Saturday nights, Monetize This returns once again when we get hard. Who knows what will happen tomorrow night? Again, tomorrow night, we're all in, baby. Saturday nights, be here for the show. We're going to get weird. I'm going to expose my privates. And on Fridays, I only have a little bit of time with you. Good night. Where is everybody?
Oh, God. You just made the list.